Hi there and welcome back to the History of Fleetwood Mac. I'm Anita. Today we are going into episode 3, volume 3 of my Stevie and Fleetwood Mac scrapbooks. I'm continuing on with definitely into the later 70s, but still throwing back here and there since I'm kind of all over the place with my 70s stuff, but getting towards the later. Although I'm going to start out with one that is definitely from 77, so not quite the 78, 79 I think I'm getting into with the rest. But one thing I was just really proud to own, and I'm not even sure where I got this. This is the second time I've started the video because I was trying to look up two different things. But the first one is this cool article about Stevie and Fleetwood Mac doing an Arizona heart benefit, which, if I'm not mistaken, might have been the first. I was trying to look up and find when was the first, and I can't quite be sure of that. But this was 1977, and this was after Stevie's father had had a heart attack, and they kind of gave him the option of quitting working, don't work anymore, or, suffer this again possibly in the future. And Fleetwood Mac, going in with Stevie to do a benefit for him, which I think was the start of the Arizona Heart Benefit. But at this time, it was the Heart Association, pardon me. And this is from the Scottsdale, Arizona Daily Progress. And like I said, I think that it is the first time, possibly, that Stevie, began this. Well, she started with Fleetwood Mac and then continued on her own. So it's just a really neat article about the whole progress of it, people who are joining in, the fact that the Heart Association expected to bring in $350,000 from profit, which in 1977 was pretty good money. It's not terrible today, but concerts make 3 and 10 times that amount now. But yeah, I just thought that was cool to have the original newspaper article. This is kind of a unique little photo of Stevie here, a little bit younger, earlier Stevie. This actually is a picture of a very large display item. I'm sure some of you have seen this. It's the two penguins on the side kind of like fold in, but they're attached like with little tabs on the side. Anyway, I have the original piece that was gifted to me by a friend's mother. Unfortunately, it had seen some wear and tear and has continued to see some wear and tear, even though I take really good care of it. I just saw it in storage the other day, and I was just devastated that I don't have a place right now to have it up. But it is a really cool little promo display, and it's quite large. I'd say it's probably about, I don't know, if you folded it out all the way, maybe about 3 feet long, and probably about maybe 2 feet high. Maybe I'm over exaggerating a little bit, but it's quite large. Just a really cool original Fleetwood Mac display. And I'll also show you some other pictures at some point where I've seen these. It certainly wasn't the only one, but it doesn't seem like there was that many. But I have some other pictures where these are shown in the background of events that Stevie and Fleetwood Mac were at, and their managers were at, etc. So just other little pictures from magazines, photograph here. Kind of young, early Stevie. On the flip side here is a photo I brought up. I don't know if I talked about it already, but I'll tell the story again just in case. This photo is by Herbert Worthington. It's a very common, notable photo of Fleetwood Mac. And one of the few times that I met Herbert Worthington, he had a really large copy of this in his studio. And my friend and I were noticing it and just, commenting on how it's a, kind of a standard, typical picture, but such a great one, and just, so neat. And Herbert mentioned that the band was just about to take the stage. This is still pretty early into their career. And they had one of the stage, what do you call it now? I just forgot the name of them. Those little, my God, really, Anita? Anyway, they were on the ground and they had them pick it up. I think Mick and Lindsay helped Herbert get this up, their case, their little, oh my God, I still forgot the name of it. How embarrassing. Anyway, they got that up in the background and had them all, pose, and literally the manager or the stage production person is calling for the band to come out to the stage, and Herbert's trying to get a whole bunch of shots, and their touring case or something like that. It's going to drive me nuts. So embarrassing, I forgot it. But it was just a really neat photo, and he was really proud of it because they're all pretty relaxed considering they're not. He said they were pretty nervous, and certainly not the first show, but again, well into their popularity and stuff like that, but still like maybe the first tour. And he's just really super proud of this, and it's a pretty common, very recognizable photo. But it's just neat to hear him tell the story about how he just decided to get that tour case up there so their name is in the back and just have them pose in front of it, and just got this shot. And again, it's been used in several publications, several magazines. And this is actually a press kit photo from 1992 for the greatest hit, or the box set, I should say. But I put it here because it's an early Fleetwood Mac photo, and just a cool little story. And this article is from Rolling Stone, but published in a newspaper. And again, in putting together my video for today, I went looking for it because it's like a continued. I have no idea where the first half of this article is, and it was driving me nuts. I went through several pages and several books, and I can't seem to find the beginning part of it. But it was in a newspaper because this photo is different. This photo is taken by, I think it said, Andrew Kent for the newspaper to accompany this article, kindly borrowed or used from Rolling Stone magazine. But it's so funny because I can't find the first part of it. So I don't know if it's been like that forever and I just didn't realize it, because this looks like a tagline. It's a whole article. Usually on a continuation piece, there isn't a sentence line up there at the top. So I thought that was kind of funny, if not freaking annoying. So that was the first page. The second page was going to be, I'm going to start it here because the pictures continue on, but this was from the, which was it? The Grammys, 22378. Which Stevie attended with her mother. A nice original photo here. I got this not too long ago. I want to say maybe last year or the year before. And some other really cute pictures. This is from Rolling Stone magazine, along with this little reader's poll thing. Some other just regular little photographs. Love that moon necklace. I'm wearing my moon again today. One of many moons that I have. This was out of a book, I think. And then a couple more. Both out of magazines. Or this, I think, is a photo of this out of a magazine. This was just probably something extra I had at the time. And then continuing on, now don't mind this one, standout photo that doesn't belong there. I made this page a long time ago and thought that went, it just looked, this person looked like this person here. Completely wrong. Just completely about what, let's see, I think that's 82, 81 or 82. So just a few years incorrect. But all the rest of these photos definitely from the event. This is really cute photo of Stevie arriving with her mother. Stevie and her mother again. Just roll with it. Just roll with that one, okay? So that was at the Grammys, like I said. Not sure. Fleetwood Mac won Album of the Year honors. That's what they won there that time. Then I'm going into just some, again, kind of not completely seen photos. Actually, a couple of these are. There's a few different that I have here. I'm not sure which one is the most common, to be honest with you. So I've always wondered where this place was, where they were at. Then this is another one from that same session. I like this one the most, I think. Then it doesn't go with it, but there's just a really great shot of Lindsay. Got this one not too long ago as well. I'm not sure who took this photo. I'm not sure who took these either. Yeah, I'm not sure. And then I'm wrapping up this kind of short video. Don't mean it to be so short, but gonna definitely maybe I'll add this next one. I'll do two more pages. These are some really great photos I got a long time ago, and these were by JW and DC Korges, Korges. Not too sure. These were taken in 1978. This one I'm not sure about it going with, but the name that I gave you are for these little pictures here. Beautiful photos of Stevie with the feather headdress. But I think that they do go together. I think that the one in the middle does go with the other ones. It's a great action shot here. And I was going to end it on that one, but I will show this one because there's not an additional page. This one was from Stevie performing at the Roxy with Todd Rundgren, Hall & Oates, and I want to say that somebody else was there, but this is the Roxy in 1978, and this was a really great score. But these ones were from some magazines that had come out about the show. Not too many photos from this that I have anyway. Certainly, I'm sure there's quite an abundance out there, but not too many that I have. But this one here, Stevie, is really great here. So cute. And there's no credits on the back as to who took that. But I'm just really happy to have that one. And that one's reserved because hopefully I'd like to find some more, or just something more 1978. So again, a little bit of a short video, but I hope you enjoyed it. As usual, I hope you saw something you haven't seen before. And I thank you very much for joining me. And I hope you have a great night. We'll see you next time. Bye.